after the beatings, he always used to tell me that he loved me and wished that I didn't make him do that.
It is not because of chemical use. It is not because of stress. It is not because of an inability to communicate. It is a problem with power and control. It has nothing to do with race or age or income status. It has nothing to do with that. It's across the board.
It's a pattern of violence, it's a pattern of abuse, it's a pattern of control.
He would take my cell phone to work and the house phone to work with him so that I couldn't call anybody. He would take the car keys so I couldn't leave.
Who spends the money? How's the money spent? What happens with the kids? How do we discipline the kids? Where do we live? Whether she works or whether she doesn't work. Men who batter can be very nice, very charming, very caring, very loving.
Middle of something. It's not like you have to...
Until they capture the woman into a relationship, either marriage or they begin living together, and then she becomes more dependent upon him and he's able to control her more. And oftentimes that's when the violence will start coming out and the abuse.
And then he came back with a rubber maul and hit me in the stomach with it, and then I was unresponsive, blacked out, and then I remember waking up and he was dragging me back in the house by my hair.
It's not a relationship problem. It's about one individual being willing to harm another individual physically in a routine way and emotionally and psychologically to get what he wants.
If someone is afraid that something bad is going to happen, that might be the time to call the women's shelter.
And so you've got situations where he is really tracking her. He's texting her constantly. He's wondering if she's 15 minutes late. He's wondering why she's late, where she was, who she was seeing.
When I woke up, I realized that I had been in the hospital for several days and been unconscious in a medically induced coma. I had the 72 staples placed vertically down my chest. I lied to the police and told them that I was helping a friend move a Solid Oak Entertainment Center, and it fell on top of me.
If you want to pick up the phone and give an advocate a call and she can talk to you, it could be at literally 3 o'clock in the morning. It could be in the middle of the day. It could be during your lunch break at work.
You have a lot of emotional abuse. You have a lot of psychological abuse. So a lot of name calling, a lot of insisting that she's stupid, that she's ugly, that she's crazy. This is really an ongoing kind of process that men do as a way to wear women down.
It felt like torture. He did kill me. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally.
You literally could show up at the women's shelter with the clothes on your back and that's it. And we will be able to provide you with everything from that point forward. So we can help you with clothing, we can help you with food, we can put a roof over your head, we can help pay for medications, we can provide legal help, we can go to appointments with you, we can help you with safety orders that you may need from the court system, we can go with you to court hearings.
It's a lot more than just a place to stay. They can provide the emotional support, they can help her get the temporary benefits, they can help her find temporary housing.
Transportation, help getting on assistance with the county. We also provide follow-up services. The women's shelter is safe because of our security. You cannot get on that property.
Are you alone?
For even a second without the staff knowing that you're there. There's lots of cameras, there's lots of motion detectors, there's alarms.
I felt hopeless, like I had nothing, no place to live, nothing to give my kids. I mean, I was at rock bottom. The shelter saved my life. I went from feeling hopeless to hopeful because I talked to other women that were going through the same thing and knew where I was coming from. Someone was like me, or used to be like me, and they're not anymore. It feels like an enormous weight has been lifted off the center of your back. There is a safe place, and it's the women's shelter. You're stronger than you think, and you can do this. You're a woman. Women are strong. I started to feel free and independent, that I didn't have to depend on anybody else.
I think a lot of women are concerned about, if I leave, there's no roof over my children's head, There's no food, there's no money for just the basic everyday things. And so they stay because they're afraid of what the financial situation will look like. You shouldn't let fear and money keep you in an unsafe situation, because there's always a way to work out the money.
They worked you through the whole restraining order and the repercussions of someone violating a restraining order, but yet at the same time I felt like, what's a piece of paper gonna do?
If they violate the order, there's immediate criminal legal consequences. And for a lot of partners, that can be a big step.
Don't give up. Pick up the phone if you can. You don't have to leave, you don't have to file an order for protection, but if all you want to find out is, what can I do? We are there for you 24 hours a day.
You know, you have the ability to leave. Women have to weigh the safety of not leaving, especially if the violence is escalating. Is it dangerous to leave? Definitely, but it's also dangerous to stay.
Protect yourself, save yourself.
And when a woman leaves an abusive relationship, a lot of times she is starting over. She's got to find a different place to live. She's got to find a way to support her children financially. She's got to figure out a whole new life plan.
If you are being abused, you need to go to the shelter. You need to save your life. You need to save your own life. No one's going to save your life for you. Remind yourself, look at yourself in the mirror every day and just remind yourself that this is not the way anybody deserves to live.